Hi, friends, and welcome. I'm Jen, and this is our July budget report. Before we get started and jumping in here, I'd like to invite everyone to share your comments below with how your month went. Were you on target? Did you have any big wins that you'd like to share? We would love to hear from you. So feel free to do that anytime. So let's go ahead and get started here with our total income. We had budgeted $9,608 for the month, but my pay ended up being a little bit lower than expected. So we came in $119.21 under budget for our income. That will now be stabilizing now that all of our, my insurance has been canceled where it needs to be, and Matt's is not only enrolled but all caught up. All of that affects how we get taxed, and these dollar amounts are our gross income less federal, state, and state taxes. That's it. I don't take anything else out of this number. It's all reflected down here. So because we weren't sure what was going to happen, we ended up coming in $119 under. So finally, this is going to stabilize after May, June, and July have all been different from one another. Okay, next is giving. We had planned on $100.97 for the month, but we came in under by $10 since we only did $90.97. Moving on to housing, you can see here that we were under a little bit again. So there was really nothing unusual other than it was time in July. We pay our quarterly utilities for the city, to the city for water, sewer, and garbage. And we have a sinking fund for this and just move money over to cover this expense. We had planned on $350, excuse me, and we actually, it was only $313.26, so we came in under $36.74, which was the difference for the category. Moving on to transportation, we had a pleasant surprise again this month. It was our first full month without the paper route, and it made a huge difference. We budgeted $400 for gas and came in $133 under. We are just really excited about that. And hindsight is telling us that we were barely clearing $300 per month on the route since the gas prices had gone up so much in the last few months. And so that definitely was not worth it. And, you know, when I look at the history since we started budgeting, this is our February, March, April, May, June, July. This is our 6th month on a budget. So in February, we spent $508. In March, we spent $657. April, $691. May, $697. Then June, where he only had a partial month of delivering, was $485. And now July is only $266. So what a huge difference it has made. And that's going to save so much wear and tear on our vehicles as well. Everything else in here came in right on budget. We did have our registration for one of our cars was due, and I estimated $105. It only ended up being $102.22. And then we had a little bit of maintenance we had to do on that same vehicle, and so we spent, I think Matt had to buy some fluids or something, and so spent a little bit like over at AutoZone or something. So we came in a total of $120.16 under budget for transportation, and we're really pleased with that. Next up is food. So in groceries, we came in just about right on target. We were over in dining. I budgeted $150 and we went over by $30.89. We just didn't watch it as closely as we should have, and so it got out of hand, and so we were $29 over in that category for the month. So then moving on to insurance, there's a lot of line items here, but you can see that everything came in right on target as we planned, and with the exception of Matt's flexible spending. And this category is actually still $250 higher than it will be when everything settles in August. It will be that August is the first full month that we don't have to pay anything for my insurance. Matt is caught up on his premiums, and so everything is going to normalize. So when you look at flexible spending for Matt, we were under by $70 because I screwed up on his enrollment for the new year that started on July 1st. So July 1st was about 6 weeks into Matt's new employment, and we were just getting his enrollments figured out and all of that. And it totally escaped me that their new year starts on July 1st for all benefits. And so I had enrolled him in something in May that ended on June 30th, and I didn't realize it. So they took that election and spread it out over the next 12 months, which is only $20 a month. And oops, so that's all he's getting for the year is $240 for the whole year, $10 per paycheck, $20 per month. So that's unfortunate, but we'll get that squared away next year. So overall, we were under by $70 in insurance because of that. So then, oh, and I just wanted to, before we move on, I wanted to show things like this line for medical for me, dental for me, and vision. All three of those line items are going to go away in August. So we will only be paying for insurance through Matt's employer starting in August. Okay, next up is entertainment. Our DirecTV bill was lower than expected for some reason. We'll take that. I'm not complaining. And that left us at $16.44 under for the month. We have an extremely discounted rate with DirecTV because of Matt's employment with AT&T. And we also get Hulu and Netflix, and then we have HP Ink, which is our printer. I just really didn't know where else to throw that. It's a subscription that we have every month. And then Cinemark, that is the monthly, it's a movie club that we are subscribed to. So moving on to health, I did join Weight Watchers in July. I have not actually yet tackled it through the app, but I know what their smart points are and things like that. So I've been trying to make some smarter choices and it's been paying off. I just haven't tracked anything. And so I do plan on doing that, and that is why I signed up. So that's there was a sale going on, or a special going on at the time, so it's only $13.31 a month for the online subscription right now. And then the Matt's gym membership is $10 every month. So we came in right on target for health. Extras has a whole lot going on. So we have several new line items. So first of all, the budget bounce, I budget $50 every month, and it came in under by $19 for the month. $31 is all we ended up spending. This line you can see is my FinCon airfare. So FinCon is a conference that's coming up in September, and I won a scholarship to this, which is very exciting. That paid for my ticket to get in, but I still had to buy airfare to get there because it's in Orlando, Florida. And I also have to pay for my hotel room and other miscellaneous travel expenses and meals. So we are cash flowing all of that. We actually have put that snowball on hold for the time being so that we can do that. This is my airfare plus trip insurance. And just to be clear, I actually expected this to be the airfare line item to be about $1,000, and that's because I had to purchase 2 tickets. So this total includes everything, and I'm actually really pleased with how much lower it was than what I thought it was going to be. Owen's Place is Matt's business, and he has kind of been on hiatus for that right now. But he did have an unexpected expense of $31.46. The next line is Henry's school registration. So we had to register him for his junior year of high school, and we had, and that was $140.50 for everything through the first semester. I did not pay the second semester yet. And then we also had 2 unexpected health bills come in, medical bills. So we just paid those right off the bat as soon as they came in. And then the next line item is Matt's trip to visit family. So Matt's niece was recently diagnosed with cancer, and he went to visit her down by the St. Louis area on the Illinois side. He was going to make it a day trip, so we budgeted for gas and food, but at the last minute we decided that it would be best for him to rent a car. And then when he got there, he decided to stay the night, so he got a hotel room, and that blew the budget, but it was definitely worth it, so he could spend more time with his family. So that's why we came in $139 over on that line item. And then the other thing is the last line item is we had to purchase checks this month. I don't write very many checks, but we were almost out. So I went ahead and bought those. So that was another $26.95. So we were over total by $178.75 for extras this month. I added a new category because this literally is what I thought when I saw the email come in. Crap, I forgot about that. We have Carbonite. We have an annual subscription that backs up our information off of an old computer that we had, and the annual renewal came up, and so we had to pay that, and we weren't expecting it. So that was $71.99 for the year. And I actually have something else that will come up in August, and I just got notification that we're going to have another one in September. So you'll be seeing some more items in this category. Hopefully they will not be in this category next year. I plan on doing some things to prevent that. Moving on to envelopes. So we watched our June movie on June 30th. So in the entertainment line, normally this is only $50 and it was $100. We carried it over from from June into July, because we watched our June movie on June 30th, which means that none of that posted until July. We went over by $4.76 total for our June and July movies that we went to see. And then let's see here, Henry. So the envelopes that are for the kids and everything, and for us, those were all fine. Miscellaneous, we ended up going over by $2.89. I had to bump that up this month because we had some additional things that we needed to get, and otherwise, when you look at this category, we came in just $7.65 over what we planned. Moving on to our sinking funds. I used to have sinking funds in multiple banks, and I have recently moved all of our sinking funds into Capital One 360 because the other bank we were not earning any interest on it at all. And Capital One 360 has a 1% interest rate, and so you earn a little bit, even a few cents every month on everything that you have. So if we take a look at these, we are cash flowing my trip to FinCon. So I have to save, like I mentioned, for the hotel, miscellaneous travel expenses, like taxis and like to get from the airport to the hotel and back, and meals while I'm gone for 6 days. So the hotel is $900. Excuse me. The hotel is $900, but I found a roommate, so that is now cut to $450. And because I'm not sure what to expect I apologize. And so because I'm not sure what to expect in the hotel, I'm taking $500 for food in hopes that I don't need it all, or that's what I'm planning on, I should say. And I'm going to plan on another $100 for taxis and Uber service. So that's $1,050 I'll need to have available by September 25th. So that is my travel line item right here. That's what we're building toward, and I have $210 after the end of July. So let's see here. We are minimizing to help get to that $1,050. We are minimizing several sinking funds for July, August, and September, and then I'll catch them up once I'm home from FinCon. October, November, December will be when we'll get all that caught up. I was able to put $160 towards travel in July. That's why you see this difference here, but we still have a long way to go. Overall, we put $545 into sinking funds this month. You can see we have one for the 50th anniversary. This is for my parents' 50th anniversary coming up this November. And so it'll be over the Thanksgiving weekend. We'll need some extra. We'll be in the Des Moines area where we're having Thanksgiving with my family, my dad's family, excuse me. And while we're there, they got married on Thanksgiving night. So it always falls right around Thanksgiving. And so we'll be celebrating with them. They're going out to dinner somewhere. We don't have anything in the air conditioning fund. We need to replace our central air, and it's just not a priority right now. Amazon, this is for our Amazon Prime, and auto registrations are for the 2 cars. It costs about $9 a month to re-register them. Christmas, we put away $50 a month. Clothing, I only did $30 because there was a $20 charge that came out of my checking account. Nothing for estate planning, gifts, or Henry's school. Now, gifts is because we spent that money. I just didn't move it over here because we spent it. Xanthia's birthday is in July. Henry, I didn't put anything in for school, again, because I spent it when I registered him, and I actually had to take some more out of his account. And then image and cosmetics, I put in the regular 50. We're not doing anything with 1 month ahead right now. Pet expenses, we had to buy food for all of them and plus get cotton groomed, and that took up all of our monthly amount for pet expenses. Technology, we're not doing anything with that right now, but we will in the future. Travel, of course, is here, the $160 for the FinCon trip. Vacation, I plan on 100, and same thing with vehicles. I didn't do anything this month. We will be getting all that caught up. Wedding anniversary, I put $15 in for that, and then the city utilities, $110 like normal. And the last item is that we did was life insurance. This is for my individual life insurance plan that I have. We don't do anything in our emergency fund because we already have $1,000 in there. So right now we're not putting anything in there. You'll see that it's up to $1,002.47, and that's because of interest that's earned. So $545 and for the month. Moving on to debt. So up here at the top in the debt category, you can see where we've paid off all of these. I keep these up at the top so I can see them. We paid off another, this is our 8th item this month. It was a medical bill. So we paid that off. Everything else came in right on target as we planned. Excuse me, we have, this is another medical bill here, credit card, another medical bill. We're trying to get these medical bills paid off so that they will stop hanging over our heads. But I'm doing some research on these that have 0 in them to see if we can't do something about those in the future. So all in all, when you go down here, this is all credit cards coming all the way down here. Then you get into, I have a 401k loan, and then this is Matt's private student loan that he has to pay, credit cards, and then this is our car payment. Matt's federal funded student loans are deferred right now, and then his child support finally kicked in for one of his checks in July. So that will actually double in August. It will be around $817 and change. And of course, this is a personal loan with my mom and dad. So we paid off, $2,713.26. We paid into debt this month. As you can see, we had $3.58 left over this month. We almost got it all budgeted, not quite. $3.58 left over to carry into August. Here you can see $2,619.86 is what we paid off in July. Our starting debt was $249,682.62. That brings us to a 6-month total of $12,454.85. So in the first half year that we have lived life on a budget, we have managed to pay off almost $12,500, and we couldn't be more pleased with that. One of the new things that I forgot to mention was this line item right here, the city card. So that is a new payment to Citibank, and this is an item that I'm going to do a separate video on because the whole situation was really traumatic and really kind of sent me into a tailspin. But when it was all said and done, $377 is the monthly payment that we are making to them, and so we will have Citibank paid off in 24 months with that payment. And then I mentioned that the child support already came out. Those were the two new things this month, was the $377 for Citibank and the $408 for child support. So yeah, we're really pleased with where we have landed in the last 6 months, and are hoping that this just continues to grow bigger and bigger. So a couple of things that we are looking forward to: once I get back from FinCon, we can start funding our sinking funds again. Christmas will be here before we know it, and or the holidays in general, and we just spend more money during that time of year. I think most of us do, but I know we do. We travel, there's more on we bake, we do all kinds of things that we don't normally do, and so our travel expenses and our food budget goes up along with the gifts and everything else that you do. So we need to get our sinking funds caught up as soon as we get done cash flowing my FinCon trip. And I can't wait to do the FinCon trip. I've already, there are several other financial YouTubers that I'm in contact with, and I'm looking forward to meeting. A lot of them are going, and I'm going to get to meet them in person. So I'm really excited about that. And I just can't wait to learn and bring back things that my family can use, and also that we can share with you guys to help you be more successful. So that is July, and we're really excited about this number. It's only about 5% of our debt, but that's 5% more than we had paid off when we started this 6 months ago. So yeah, so $12,454 is nothing to sneeze at. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys for until next month. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Jen, and I am a wife, a stepmom, a human resources manager, and a grandmother, also known as Lala. Our 9-month-old granddaughter is just, you guys actually will see some video of her at the end. She is just really kind of the apple of our eyes. And so that's it for July, and we're really excited to have 6 months with a budget under our belts. If we haven't officially met before, if this is your first time here, I'm Jen, and I'm a wife, a stepmom, a human resources manager, and a grandmother, also known as Lala. And we have our daughter and her fiance and our granddaughter living with us, along with our 16-year-old. And we are living life on a budget. We are still figuring it out 6 months in, but we are doing it, and we have been successful. We would not have gotten to this number of $12,454 without all of our efforts in trying to keep things under control. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to hear more about our journey, please feel free to subscribe. And if you do that, tap the bell so you'll get notified whenever new videos are posted. So thanks everyone for your time, and we'll see you next month. Until next time.